Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Toy Thornton. As we inch closer to the April elections, LPSS is educating the public about a half-cent sales tax they're hoping the public votes yes on in April. The sales tax would generate about $194 million, which LPSS says would be totally dedicated to getting rid of portables at 12 schools. Tonight's forum held by the Acadiana Patriots was one of many forums LPSS says they'll be holding until the vote. LPSS says the final decision is left up to the taxpayers come April 29th. They're encouraging everyone to look out for the next forum and anyone who wants to set up this sort of meeting to contact the school board office. Well, yesterday we told you Louisiana's top school board had a 9-0 vote for new science standards in public schools. The current science standards are 2 decades old. Today, KDN's Taylor Trichet dives into what this means for our local schools. There's our Taylor Trichet. PO says another obstacle is the resources. Current classroom science resources are not aligned with the new curriculum. He says he's going to have to rely on the teachers working during the summer to help produce new resources. All right, moving on, Acadiana Regional Airport cut the ribbon on its first ever terminal today. The terminal which will accommodate about 50 passengers, will allow the airport to provide short flights to Houston and New Orleans. Officials are hoping these flights will boost business between the cities. The Wings of Freedom tour is on display right here in Acadiana. The plane is at the Acadiana Regional Airport in New Iberia. The tour gives people a chance to get an up-close look at real planes from World War II. If you haven't seen the plane yet, there's still time. A ground tour and display will be available from 9 a.m. to noon tomorrow. The plane will depart from the airport after the tours. All right, now let's head to Scott with the first look at your forecast. Scott, do we have some good flying weather? Thank you, Scott. The abundant amount of rainfall in 2016 raised a lot of concerns, one of which was learning that drainage in some areas did not perform up to standard. But one city heard the concerns and started acting. The city of Broussard took the initiative. KDN's Kristen Dre has that story. The project will be complete at the end of 2017. Some of the work left to do includes infrastructure of the coulees and additional drains in Broussard. In state news tonight, 27th Judicial District Attorney Earl Taylor is petitioning to challenge the qualifications of Vanessa Waguespack-Ansman, candidate for the Third Circuit Court of Appeals. The state alleges the candidate is prohibited by law from being a candidate for the Third Circuit. The petition claims the DA received a tip that Waguespack-Ansman has not practiced law for 10 years, rendering her an unqualified candidate. To read the full petition, visit our website, KDN.com. Henderson may be a small town, but a new attraction is set to make it a big impact. Fox 15's Philip Boudreau has a story. Thank you, Philip. Cajun Fast Track will have a soft opening on Monday and its grand opening next Friday. Hope to be there. Coming up, the Trump administration is vowing to locate a former DEA and FBI agent who disappeared in Iraq 10 years ago. Those details right after the break.
At 9 continues.
Welcome back. Robert Levinson remains missing 10 years after disappearing in Iran. Today, the White House issued a pledge to find the missing American. Fox News correspondent Garrett Tenney has the latest from Washington.